All right, good morning, everybody. Court will begin with the September 17, 2020 docket. Let's see, we have Miss Public Defender, number 3. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Is your client Jose
Delgado.
Delgado? Do you see him on the screen?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Jose. Need to unmute.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Good morning. How you doing? And what do we have, Miss Keller?
Well,
It'll be an
Your
arraignment?
Honor, an arraignment, but also I believe a NISI was granted against my client back in February with his previous arraignment. He wasn't aware of the proceedings, so our request today, Your Honor, is that you withdraw the NISI.
Okay, and then do the arraignment, right?
Correct.
All right, CR 1915-696D, Jose Andres Delgado Jr. The charge here is a Class B misdemeanor racing on the highway. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. And how do you plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty?
Not guilty, sir.
Court will enter a not guilty plea. Set her for PT, pre-trial. I believe it's going to be March 3rd. 2021, 9 a.m., March 3rd. And meanwhile, court will recall the NISI. Is that it for him, Ms. Keller?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just keep.
All I have this morning. May I be excused?
You may be excused. Thank you, ma'am. And Mr. Delgado, you go ahead and keep in touch with your attorney, okay, sir?
Okay, sir.
All right, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Perez. Miss Catherine Perez, you have Gorena?
That's correct, Your Honor. She's signed up and ready for a plea.
Okay, let me see her. She's on the screen. There she is. And can you hear me, Miss Gorena?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Please raise your right hand, ma'am. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. CR 1915-565D, Joanne Gorena. Your charge here is a Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation when you give your plea?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what is your plea, ma'am? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right. State's evidence?
The state offers plea documents and offense report as State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as State Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk needs assessment as State Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and that all documents and evidence that have been filed are sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
No objection and so stipulated, Your Honor.
Without objection, so admitted. It will be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. In a recommendation state?
The state recommends a $500 fine plus court cost, 180 days in Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 1 year, alcohol classes, the interlock ignition device, and 90-day Texas driver's license suspension.
Okay, I have a question. Was it an accident by any chance? No accident?
No, Your Honor. And I believe her driver's license has already gone through the suspension period as well.
Okay. And the record, I mean, the judgment will read that it'll run concurrent with any suspension she may have had.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm not sure if I heard the community service hours.
No community hours? Any community hours, Ms. Prosecutor?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay,
zero.
that's what I was-
It'll be zero, and the interlock device will be waived.
Sorry.
All right.
For some reason, this is coming through.
Interlock device will be waived and no community hours. And that would be the judgment for Ms. Gooden. Okay, ma'am, did you hear that, ma'am?
I was trying to, oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll explain it all to her, Your Honor.
Okay, you may be excused. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Who will be next then?
We're waiting for attorneys.
Okay, we are waiting for some attorneys. I'm trying to.
Waiting for us.
Okay.
Notice.
Let's go ahead. We are waiting for, I believe, about 4 attorneys. They haven't checked in yet, so we'll wait. We'll take a little not a recess, but we'll just wait. I'm still muted. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Good morning, Ms. Garza.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I believe your client is Christian Romero.
That's correct, Judge.
There he is. I see him on the screen. Do you see him on the screen?
Yes, Judge.
All right, very well. It's going to be a PTD POM plea.
Yes.
PTD POM PLEA, right? Yes.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, good morning, sir. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may put your hand down. CR 20-06201D, Christian Romero. Your charge here is a Class B misdemeanor, POM, possession of marijuana, which carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights
Mm,
in writing?
I write it down.
I didn't hear.
It's cutting up. That's why.
Oh, you are entitled to a jury trial, and you are entitled to a plea. I'm sorry, to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Yes.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give your plea?
Mm, yes.
All right. And how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, state.
What was that?
I'm sorry, state. Miss Bill Bertrand, let me hear the evidence.
Yes, the state offers plea documents and offense report of State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal, State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14, disclosure of State Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment of State Exhibit 4, and PTD POM pack of State Exhibit 5. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of the zoning report, and that all documents and evidence that have been e-filed are sufficient to corroborate a plea guilty.
No objection, Your Honor. So stipulate as to the venue and jurisdiction of this court, and that all documents that have been e-filed are sufficient to corroborate his plea of guilty, Judge.
And without objection, so admitted. However, at this time, the court will withhold any finding of guilt or innocence and will suspend any judgment whatsoever in this case. We will now turn to the PDD packet, which has already been signed by all the parties involved here, including the court. All we ask here, Mr. Romero, is follow the terms and conditions of this packet. And we will see you here in about a couple of months. If everything goes well, we will dismiss your case. Okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. So it'll be what, March?
March 3rd.
But it's a PDD.
March 3rd.
March.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, let me get a date.
It's in
It's in the packet, but I want to just put it here on the record. Anybody know what day that is? Should be on the packet already. Like 60 days, more or less. It'll be November something.
No,
It's not in
November
the
5th.
pack- not in the
Yeah, no,
packet.
it's November 15th, but that's a Sunday.
Okay. Then it'll be the Saturday.
I don't think Ms. Garza would mind.
Okay. Ms. Garza?
Or it's via Zoom, Judge, so, I mean, we can always log in, I think.
Okay. Let me see if I can get a date. That should be sometime in 60 days.
The 19th, maybe?
Okay, we're looking at it right now.
I think it was the 19th at night. I'm confirming.
We believe it's the 19th at 9. We're just going to confirm. Let me just make sure so we.
Yeah, November 19, 9 a.m.
November 19, 9 a.m. November 19, 2020, 9 a.m. is when we'll set it for status. Hopefully it'll be a good report. And all we ask is just follow the terms and conditions. Okay, Mr. Romero?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
thank
Ms.
you.
Garza, you're excused. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Ramirez.
Yes, sir.
You believe you're here on Manuel Calderon?
That's correct. And it's a
And
plea.
Okay, I see him on the screen right there wearing white. And good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning. It'll be a plea, right?
That's
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Okay. CR 20-07057D, Manuel, State versus Manuel Calderon. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you may put your hand down. Your charge is a POM Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal, and that you waive those two rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give your plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
I am.
All right, state's evidence. State.
State offers plea documents and offense report as State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as State Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk needs assessment as State Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and that all documents and evidence that have been e-filed are sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
No objections, so stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and we also stipulate to all the requests from the DA's office.
All right, and without objection, so admitted, it'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And a recommendation, state.
The state recommends a $200 fine plus court cost plus 180 days in the Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 4 months, and drug education classes.
I'm sorry, how many days in jail and then probated for, you said 4 months?
Yes, Your Honor, 180 days in Hidalgo County Jail.
And probated for 4 months. Okay, plus what else now? Alcohol?
Drug education classes.
All right, drug education. There we go. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, is that the understanding, sir?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. That will be the judgment for Mr. Calderon as read on the record. And so you may be excused, Mr. Calderon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And thank you, Mr. Ramirez.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Mr. Flores, number 5.
Okay.
His client is
All right. Now, Mr. Flores, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. And then your client is Melissa Hernandez.
It is, Judge. She's having some trouble connecting. However, I have an announcement for the court. First of all, I want to thank the court for accommodating the plea this morning. I know it wasn't on your docket until I requested it. However, in speaking with the felony prosecutors yesterday, I have been asked to wait on this plea. There are a couple of felonies which have not been resolved yet. I expect it will be, but the general consensus was to wait and reset this plea.
All right, reset the matter.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll give you a reset. How much time do we need? Because I think the reset would be like March something. No? How much? You know how much time we need, more or less, Mr. Flores?
I don't think we'll need more than 30 days, Judge. It's an old file. I don't think it'll take too long to resolve.
All right, let me grab a date here from the calendar, and then I'll give it to you right now.
or to call us when he's ready with the felony.
Okay, I tell you what, Mr. Flores, just give us a phone call when you're ready.
Okay, I appreciate
Give us
it.
a phone call when you're ready. Meanwhile, we'll take no action today, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I see Ms.
Thank-
Hernandez on the screen. May she be excused as well?
She may be excused as well. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Hernandez. Just call us. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Reset. All right. We'll go back to Kima.
We need Mr. Hernandez.
Defender una aquí.
That's finished.
Okay.
And
Mr.
then number four.
Jose.
We need number 4.
All right. I think we're left with number 4 on State versus Faustino Limon. And we're waiting on Jose Raul Hernandez.
And no defendant, no attorney.
So we don't have a defendant and we don't have an attorney checking in.
We'll wait 5 minutes.
Let's give it about a 5-minute wait. Okay. All right, good morning and welcome back, everybody. Attorney Jose Raul Hernandez has not checked in, neither has defendant Faustino Limon. Court will hereby issue an ISAC and forfeit the bond on CR 20-01-021D in the case of State versus Faustino Limon. That'll be an ISAC. And that'll do it for right now. We'll stand recess.